Alright guys, what's going on? I'm Yuto. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about all things Project Z. Today we're going to be going over what characters we might see in the upcoming Dragon Ball game Project Z. So let's get into it. So first things first, to talk about that, we need to first establish the setting of the game. As of right now, we know the only parts of the game we've been shown have led all the way to the Frieza saga. We have screenshots of Goku's fight with Piccolo, the fight with the Raditz, Nappa and Vegeta, shots of the Ginyu Force, and the battle with Frieza himself. However, like I stated in my previous video, I do not believe that's where the full game will truly end. However, for the sake of being realistic in this video, I'm only going to go over characters we have some clues for that point toward them being playable. With that said, let's dive into some of the characters that we can, expect in the game. I won't be naming these guys in any particular order per se. First and foremost, let's talk about Goku. Now this titular character will clearly make an appearance as the game seems to revolve mostly around Goku. We see fights such as Goku vs Piccolo, Raditz, Raccoon, and Frieza. It goes without saying that we'll be able to play Goku from the very beginning to the absolute end and unlock all his abilities like Kamehameha, Kaioken, Super Saiyan, etc. Goku's the obvious one here. He's the star of the trailer, so it comes as no surprise at all. Now let's move on to Earth's strongest Namekian, Piccolo. What makes me believe we can play as other characters other than Goku are the screenshots we see of Piccolo during the fight with Nappa protecting Gohan. Goku was not present for the earlier Saiyan Saga fights, so this is a safe assumption to be made. Hopefully we'll be able to use all his special moves like Special Beam Cannon, Hellzone Grenade, Light Grenade, etc. I expect him to be playable during the Saiyan Saga onwards. Let's move on to Kid Gohan. This one took me a while. Going back to the screenshots in the background, in the top right corner of the screen we can see what looks like someone lying down with the familiar Turtle Hermit Gi. Initially I thought this was future Gohan, but I did some research on the symbol and found out that it was the character for Demon, the symbol Demon King Piccolo used to use, which means the person in the shot is Kid Gohan during his time training under Piccolo. Gohan was alone for a good amount of time during this training, so we may get to live out his training in full detail when the game releases sometime this year. I expect we'll be able to play as Gohan as soon as after the Saiyan Saga. Gohan is one of my all-time favorite characters in Dragon Ball, so I really hope CC2 nails his whole adventure down to a T in Project Z. That said, let's take a look at the Prince of all Saiyans, Vegeta. Vegeta has become a monumental character in Dragon Ball history. With that being known, I'd be very surprised to see him not being playable during the events of Project Z. We know for sure the Namek Saga is in the game, and for the most part, in the beginning, Goku was injured and not around. This leads me to believe that Vegeta will be playable considering they'd have to skip a vast amount of the Namek Saga, and skip a bunch of fights if he wasn't around. I'm sure we'll be able to use him right around the same time the Namek Saga begins. That said, let's take a look at some honorable mentions. Krillin, Yamcha, and Tien. It's entirely possible that these three may be playable, but I personally don't see the need for it. But Krillin has a much higher chance than Yamcha and Tien because he's more prominent during the Namek Saga. That said, alright guys, that's all the characters we can really confirm for now. If more is revealed about the game, I'll definitely do another video about it. Don't worry though, part 3 is coming where we'll talk about something a bit more interesting. If you like my content, support me by leaving a like down below. If you don't want to miss any news on Project Z, make sure to subscribe. I'm starting to upload at least once a week now. That said, thank you guys. I'm Yuto, and I'm out of here.